So where are we? We've developed the proof of concept data, and we're finalizing all of that and writing it up so that we can submit that to the FDA in our pre-IND meeting. That's the phone call. It's essentially a large teleconference we have with the FDA where we present our plans and they tell us whether our plans are okay. And if they tell us they're okay, then we go forward immediately. If they tell us that they're not okay, we do a few maneuvers, and then we get right back on the boat and answer their concerns, and we get on this path again. Then we generate the good manufacturing practices, another acronym. Vector, that's a vector that's made according to FDA standards of drugs that are normally prescribed to people. We do our preclinical safety studies that we have proposed to the FDA through our pre-IND meeting. If we are called to go to the NIH RAC meeting, and this is aptly named because they do string you on a rack essentially and grill you about your intentions and plans, then we will do that. We think there's good reason to believe that we'll be exempt from a RAC meeting, however, which will be great in terms of the timeline because it's one step that we can eliminate. Then we file the IND. This is the plan for the clinical trial with the FDA. Once we file that, we have 40 days to hear back from them. If we don't hear back from them, that's great. That means we can go forward. If we do hear back from them, we might have to answer some questions or revise some of our plans, but we'll do that and get right back on this timeline. Essentially simultaneous with the IND, we also go to our institutional review board and our institutional biosafety committee to get approval for the recombinant DNA work, which is involved in gene therapy, and also for the plans for the human studies, which include a very careful review of the informed consent documents and making sure there's no conflict of interest, and many, many other issues that the hospital and the ethics board is concerned about. And then finally, we go to our data safety monitoring board, present everything to them, and ask whether it's okay to go. This is the easiest step of the whole process. And then patients are enrolled. And of course, during this whole process, we are evaluating patients for their ability to meet inclusion criteria and the first dose is administered. So we believe that it's reasonable to predict that this trial will begin within the next year, i.e. by May 2013.